The annoying bird. The evening had settled in, quiet and dark, the kind of night that promises deep, uninterrupted slumber. For a certain individual, whom we shall call Eugene. Yes, Eugene. Tonight, Eugene was particularly looking forward to the next morning. It was his day off. His sacred, glorious, lie in bed until noon day off. Eugene cherished his days off. They were rare, precious jewels in the calendar. On a workday, the alarm clock was a necessary evil. But on his day off, there was no alarm. Just the gentle transition from dreams to a slow, luxurious awakening. He had visions of soft sheets, blissful quiet, and perhaps even a second, bonus nap. He drifted off to sleep with a contented sigh, dreaming of boundless hours of rest. Then came the morning. It was still dark, he knew. He was deep in the good part of sleep. And then, a sound. A single, clear, insistent sound. Chirp. Eugene's eyes fluttered. He groaned internally. No, he thought. Not yet. It's too early. It must be a dream. Chirp. Chirp. It was not a dream. It was very real. And it was coming from right outside his window. A bird. A very, very enthusiastic bird. Eugene tried to burrow deeper into his pillow. He pulled the blanket over his head. He squeezed his eyes shut, willing, the bird to simply cease. Chirp. 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 It was louder now. Almost a triumphant declaration. The sun is coming up. Wake up, sleepyhead. The day is here. Chirp. Chirp. Honestly, the sheer audacity of a creature so small, yet so profoundly disruptive. It's truly infuriating. It's like being serenaded by a tiny, feathered drill. Not my window, of course. Eugene's window. My very rest-deprived friend, Eugene. He lay there, rigid, listening. The birds' chirping seemed to gain momentum. It wasn't just chirps anymore. It was a full-blown concert. A crescendo of avian exuberance, specifically designed, it felt, to puncture the fragile membrane of Eugene's precious sleep. He imagined the bird. A tiny, smug creature, perched on a branch, puffing out its chest, its little beady eyes gleaming with joy at the ruination of human sleep schedules. He considered his options. Should he throw something at the window? Yell? Would that just make the bird chirp louder, perhaps summon its entire feathered army? He pictured his glorious line slipping away, minute by agonizing minute. The extra hour. The bonus nap. All gone, sacrificed at the altar of a feathered fiend's morning anthem. The injustice of it all. He just wanted to sleep. Was that so much to ask? On his one day off? He gritted his teeth. He tried to think peaceful thoughts. Flowing rivers. Soft clouds. Anything to drown out the relentless chirp. 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 But the bird was tenacious. It was a tiny, feathered adversary in the battle for his morning slumber. And then, just as he was about to give up, to simply admit defeat and stumble out of bed in a state of grumpy, sleep-deprived indignation, the chirping seemed to change. It wasn't as frantic. It wasn't as loud. It softened. It became spaced out. And then, slowly, blessedly, it faded away. Silence. A profound, beautiful silence. The kind of silence that only comes after a great noise. Eugene held his breath, waiting. No more chirps. The sun was probably higher now, but the bird had apparently moved on to annoy someone else's day off. Or perhaps it had simply completed its morning duty. A wave of immense, almost dizzying relief washed over Eugene. He had survived. His sacred morning had been threatened, but ultimately, saved. He still had a chance for that bonus nap. He turned over, snuggling deeper into his pillow. The air was cool. The room was dark enough. The blissful quiet enveloped him. He had fought the good fight against the forces of early morning avian enthusiasm, and he had won. Mostly. And as Eugene, my very sleep-loving friend, drifted off to sleep that night, the phantom sounds of morning chirping faded from his mind. He didn't dream of feathered fiends or broken sleep schedules. He dreamed of quiet mornings, and soft beds, and the blissful feeling of simply being left alone to sleep. So, if you ever find your precious sleep disturbed by something seemingly small but profoundly annoying, remember Eugene. Remember that sometimes, the greatest battle is fought right there in your bed. But also remember that even the most persistent annoyance eventually gives way to peace. And a good night's sleep is worth every quiet struggle. Sleep now. And may your mornings be refreshingly free of overly enthusiastic birds.